the kids were going to take me down, it means as the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support.
Why would they take you down if they knew you? That doesn't make sense. Were they gonna like trample you? All right, things are getting a little too crazy out here. We got teachers flirting through their TikTok with students. I don't know what is going on with this world, but we are letting too many people get away with things openly, explicitly, and it's got to stop. All right, this is TikTok teachers have gotten even worse. Let's get it.
A month ago, we talked about the epidemic of unprofessional teachers labeling themselves as teacher bae,
calling yourself, well, okay, never mind.
And dressing very unprofessionally, wearing short skirts and high heels, looking like they're about to go to the club, not like they're about to go teach a class full of students. And unfortunately, today we're back talking about teachers again because there was a recent teacher who was fired for some pretty weird activity. Basically, how the story goes is there was this brand new substitute teacher by the name of Miata Borders, who was 24 years old, who decided to record a TikTok, a little day in the life video, going in on her first day, and this is where it all went south.
Yeah. We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now. Little breakfast. Let's get the day rolling.
First of all.
Yeah. We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now.
Listen, once you scan the food intake, you can kind of tell the level of critical thinking that you're about to deal with, okay? Sour Skittles, the shareable bag, okay? Lunchables, that's all right. Zatarans, that's all right. Gatorade, this is GG's in the chat, man. All right, make you a bologna sandwich and call it a day.
Breakfast. Let's get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought?
Okay, now I need y'all to do this, bro.
Get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought?
If you become a teacher, I need you to ask yourself a couple questions before you make any action. If I found out a teacher was doing this with my kids, how would I feel? If I found out a teacher was doing this that I had no clue was a teacher, like I don't know them at all, because some people, they come from like private school communities, so they kind of know the teachers, or they're really connected in the school system, so they know the teachers. I need you to think, if a teacher that I didn't know did this, would I be okay? Third thing, if there was a teacher that was a man, would I allow this before they start doing stuff? Okay. Yo, if I seen a teacher rolling, doing day in the lives, posting my kids on, yo, you're done. You're cooked, buddy.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day. Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't have to do too much, man. To be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do. Yes, I'm that type of teacher. Took me a little lunch break. Yeah, they got it going on.
Bro, look at this.
Took me a little lunch break.
Yo, teachers are supposed to be teaching my children how to, their ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, their nucleuses, photosynthesis. They're supposed to be teaching them all of that. Also, how to be decent out in the world. Imagine you walk into the mall, all right? Because I know a lot of y'all right now, yo, you know what I'm saying? You can't sit on the table. That's too much for you. Listen, if you walked into the mall and you seen somebody sitting on the table in a food court, you will look at them like they're crazy, okay? Because there's certain codes of ethics when you go places. You sitting on the table to eat lunch? Get her out of here, all right? Get her out of here.
Yeah, they got it going on at this joint. They stay bound, okay then. Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young, I look like one of them. You know
these kids trying to take me, bro. Mr. Foster. If Mr. Foster said that, bro.
What the hell are you talking about?
What you doing? Come on, let's be honest. And if he said that on a TikTok, bro, they would have 360 no scoped him walking out the school. What?
Little free time, I had to go out there and give me some little content, little fit check. Really just a chill fit today. Cause y'all know if it was up to me, I would have been refined head to toe.
Now, there's a few things we gotta talk about with that video. What is that breakfast that this woman was talking about eating? Sour Skittles, Gatorade, a Lunchable, a peach, and some Zetarians.
That's definitely an apple, brother.
Skittles, Gatorade, a Lunchable, a peach.
Okay, that is a peach. That is a peach. A little fuzzy, a little furry.
And some Zetarians. She's out here eating like
Cameron, my boy.
What are you talking about?
Idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Hey, that's all right. I'm gonna give him a pass because I didn't know acai bowl. I did not know that's how it was pronounced. I called them like Aki bowls. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him a pass for that one.
Gatorade, a Lunchable, a peach, and some Zetarians. She's out here eating like a student. Who the hell eats sour Skittles and a Lunchable for breakfast? Look, I know you're not broke. I see the fit you got on. I see those Jordan 11s. Go get you some eggs or something. How are you gonna operate off of some candy? And number 2, it's bad that the kids and the other teachers are questioning if she's a teacher or not. This was my exact problem I had in my Teacher Bay video. They weren't dressing like teachers. They were dressing like they were just out and about, you know, going to the club, going to brunch, stuff like that. And that's not a good thing, especially in the educational field. You're supposed to dress professionally. Why, as a teacher, are you wearing this big ass chain like you're a rapper? You're not a rapper. You're a substitute teacher. Even if you're just a substitute, I still believe that substitutes should try their best to dress like other teachers in the building, or at least professionally. Her outfit isn't that bad, but that big ass take that back home, dude. Number 3, her comments on her letting her students do whatever they want to do. I understand that's what the students want to hear when they're having a sub. I would have loved to hear that back in high school, but that's not a good thing to say because you're a teacher and your job is to teach. You're supposed to lead the classroom. Even if you're just a sub, you're just there for one day, I still hold you to the same standard as a regular teacher. You saying that your kids can do whatever and you're over there kicking your feet up on the table in your video, it's just super unprofessional and disrespectful. And her saying I'm that type of teacher, like it's like she's trying to sound like she's cool. I think that's the biggest problem.
I think people are getting to the point where they're looking for the validation of students. I seen one post and a teacher was basically like, my husband said I'm beautiful, but my 9 of my students said I'm gorgeous. Yo, we be letting women openly be predatory, and it has to stop. It gotta stop. Man, look, I'm gonna look up that post in a second.
A lot of these teachers, they're trying their best to be cool, and it's like you're not supposed to be cool. You're supposed to do your job. There's gonna be some things with your job that aren't deemed as cool to the students, and that's okay. You're not supposed to appease them. Your job is to teach them and lead them. So when she's talking about how, oh yeah, I'm that type of teacher, I let them do anything, it's just weird. It's stupid. Another thing that's unprofessional from this woman, when that high school student looked at her and she said, and I quote, "Damn shorty sheesh, man, I gotta get up out of these schools. These kids are trying to take me down."
Crazy.
Then she said, I look so young, so I look like one of them. That's absolutely disgusting. Did you forget that you're subbing in a high school? These are teens you're talking about. You're 24 years old and you're talking about
Hold up. I found a post. Let me see if I can open it up without leaking my eye. There we go. Here we go. Which video is it? Okay, this one. Chat, look at this. Look at this. I seen this video the other day. It says, when he says I'm beautiful, but the kids at work tell me I'm gorgeous every day, write me letters, make me pictures, bring me gifts, run through the hallway to give me hugs, and say they love me all day. This is predatory. Imagine, bro, imagine if a man was talking like this. Now, y'all gonna pretend like it's impossible for women to have the same intentions as men. The good ones, the good intentions and the bad intentions. Everybody can have different level of intentions. You got people who think like this with bad intentions. You got people who think like this with good intentions. Being a woman doesn't put you on one side of that spectrum. Being a man doesn't put you on one side of that spectrum. Bro, and then when you read the comments, I was reading the comments like, step your game up all the way, buddy. A child who likes to test boundaries has connection with me this year. We had a long day of redirection, but randomly towards the end of the day, student raised their hand and I called on them and they said, I realized our teacher is beautiful today. And then the rest of my students started agreeing and saying, yes, our teacher is beautiful, is the best and is so pretty. Totally made my day. They are second graders. This is predatory behavior. And we just be letting people get away with it. Yo, listen, I don't care who you are, because as a man, you know what I'm saying? I do know how certain things affected me as I got older, my perspectives, right? The older women calling yo son, oh, that's my little boyfriend. Predatory. It's predatory. And people be wondering why people have like these messed up outlooks on when they interact with people when they get older. We have to stop letting certain people in these systems act like these are they little like boyfriends and girls. We gotta stop. It gotta stop. It's predatory, bro. It's predatory.
Talking about how they're trying to take you down because of the way that they're looking at you. Like, that is completely disgusting and completely weird. And also another thing, when she was talking about getting some La content at the end, this woman needs to get some La teaching etiquette. You're focusing more on your content than you are teaching. Also, at the end of her video, it took her 3 minutes to close that door. I don't know if y'all peeped that. It took you 3 minutes to close that door? Really? Are we being serious? And also another thing. Oh my, I know I'm on like a little rant right now, but y'all just gotta bear with me. On the screen, when she was editing the video, it said 12:55 a.m. and it was clearly p.m. Now, I don't want to be that
crazy
guy, but if somebody doesn't know the
cooking.
difference between 12 a.m. and 12 p.m., they don't need to be teaching other kids, even if they're a sub. I'm sorry to tell you, they shouldn't. There's a lot of things wrong with that video. And after this video was released, it got a lot of backlash because, number one, she's recording students without their consent, and that's not something you should be doing as a teacher. It's pretty unprofessional. And number two, she said damn shorty to a high school student, and she talked about how the students were trying to take her down. Once again, that's not something you should be doing as a teacher. Honestly, not something you should be doing as a person. You shouldn't be talking about 15, 16-year-olds talking about how they're trying to take you down. And since the video got a lot of backlash and caught a lot of steam, the school district saw the post and banned Miata Borders from doing any substitute work for them anymore. And I'm gonna say this right now. I don't understand how you get fired on the first day. Like, I understand making a few mistakes the first day. That's normal. You know, when you start a job, when you do anything for the first time, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. But getting fired on the first day is a whole different story.
That's because some people's only experience with professionalism be TV. All right. They like in certain communities, they friends and family, restaurant workers, you know, and these aren't not professional jobs. When you go work at UPS, you got to wear a uniform, but like you work at a factory, it's a little less where people expect a level of cutoff from your private life. When you come into this space, when you get into those places, some people never had any experience with that. So they think it's a game. They think it's what they see on TV. And sadly, she walked in there thinking she about to flick up, be a teacher, content creator. Listen, they got her out of here, man.
That means you messed up pretty bad. That doesn't mean you made a little petty mistake that can be fixed within, like, I don't know, a few seconds. That means you did something crazy, something odd. But if we're being honest, though, I think low-key, it's more of the school's fault for just hiring anyone to do sub work. Schools got to start being more strict when it comes to having substitutes at this point. Because if this woman could just walk in and teach, then I'm convinced R. Kelly could as well.
No, that's crazy. But I think Cameron got to understand too, like school systems are understaffed. I think like one of the number one open jobs in America is like a math teacher, because if you have the qualifications to be a math teacher, you could go make more money doing something else, right? So not only staffing teachers into schools with what they get paid, getting people to be their backups when they get sick and, you know, go on vacation that's a task in itself too. So
Cheeseburger away.
I wouldn't be surprised if that man popped up as a gym teacher. We already know all them gym teachers are pretty weird. And since the substitute teacher's account was booming from the controversy, people decided to also take a look at her other content on her account. And let me just say, she has some wild posts. When you finally bag the Instagram girl that everybody wants.
I don't have no money. I don't even know how I'm finna eat. I don't even know how I'm finna get something to eat. I don't know. It's just like, I just don't know. Like, my shit is gone. Like,
POV, me responding to the message.
that wasn't a bad video because we all know some of them be, look, they be broke, man.
Of them telling me all of the freaky stuff they gonna do once they see me.
Bro, this is a problem. People be freaked out. I have told my fair share of making innuendo jokes, but like, there's got to be a line. There's got to be.
What the heck? This woman has a high school mentality. When you find a stud that's slaying meat like she grew it, you better trap her. What? You got a Twitter account and she's saying yes sir in the video, and she starts doing these hand motions like she's fingering a girl. This woman shouldn't have been in the school in the first place. They should have done a deeper background check on this woman. Shorty, you eat cat? One video attachment, 2 strings with no hands. Me claiming celibacy when the wrong person wants some.
I want to know how much of her content is based in this, because if it's majority of this, because I feel like everybody might have some. I've seen like some family channels, like they do like the I seen a Instagram the other day, and it was like, when you promise him it's going down tonight, but you put on a boring movie and he fell asleep. So she turned over. Then when she turned back, it was him ready. Like, oh, you turned the TV off. What's good? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I feel like those are like, those are lighthearted jokes. These is like a little, the line is a little, you know what I'm saying? And if this is most of the content, GG's in the chat, man.
Cat eggplant, cat dick. What is she out here doing? Giving out cat dick? What? Is she saying like lesbian meat? Is that what she's saying? I don't know. Still a weird post for a teacher to have on an account. And she also had these get ready with me's where she's in her underwear with her strap on and it's just hanging there. Like, she just has her plastic meat just hanging there. Pause. This sounds like pause on that. But the plastic meat is just hanging there, dog. This is just weird, man. If she posted stuff like this, the smart thing to do would be to maybe private or delete these posts when you're going in to be a substitute teacher. I don't know. I just think these posts are crazy. Someone who's posting like this shouldn't be inside a school. Now, after getting all this backlash, the substitute teacher, in true influencer fashion, decided to post a response. And here's what she had to say.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further
You said to a student, dang, shorty. What she say after that? I gotta leave the school. These kids trying to take me down. What?
context.
How are people mischaracterizing you? And how is the world sick? You were the one talking about how high school students wanted to take you down, saying, damn, shorty. That's on you. You can't blame the world on that one. That is on you, gang. Actually, you're not my gang.
I'm a content creator. I record everything I do, so it was typical for me. And as you guys know, if you create content, you will know that.
We gotta stop this word content creator. Just because you record things does not make you a content creator. That doesn't, just because you post videos online does not make you a content creator. Just because, you know, you get the little kids picture thing and you make you're not a filmmaker yet. Okay. You're not a screenwriter because you wrote a haiku in language arts. You're not one yet. Okay. With content creation comes a level of professionalism. And I feel like society hasn't marked that line yet of, okay, content creator, non-content creator, just like a mechanic in The guy in the neighborhood, there's like the guy in he's not a mechanic. He might be able to change your brakes or something. Just because I know how to jump your car don't make me a mechanic. You feel me? So we got to stop. Just because, I record everything. People think if they give themselves that label, that gives them free range to just record anything. That is not the case.
Everything you see is not what you get. Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. Aside from the body cam that was already recording, everything else was recorded when I was alone. And as I explained to Lake Cormont when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea that I couldn't record students, or else I definitely...
That's why I say people have to have a level of self-awareness. If maybe the situation that she exists in, that's not like a thought that crosses her mind, because that's not a product of what she may indulge in, but me personally, when I have relationships, kids are like a possibility. You never know, you know what I'm saying? So you have to prep for that reality. And in that reality, what would I want to happen with my children? Okay. And would I want other people doing this? If I could switch places with a teacher, do I think it would be right if I was doing it? Those are the questions you got to ask yourself.
Wouldn't have done it.
I feel like that's just a given. Like, how stupid do you have to be to think that you can just walk into a school, right? You can be a sub, a teacher, whatever, and you can just record the students. How did you not think that that was wrong? Use your brain. You can't just record random people's kids and just upload them to your account because you're a quote unquote content creator. At this school, you are a sub first, then content creator after. You're the teacher first.
I'm by far no predator or anything close to it. That is insane for they even to be put onto me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth.
This is another, at some point you got to say, you know what I did, I see how it could be taken that way. I see how it could be taken that way. That's my fault. That I put something out that would let people draw that conclusion. That is real. People just got to be more, have a little bit more humility to them and be real with the situation. It's okay. Well, what you did wasn't okay. But it's okay for you to acknowledge what you did wasn't okay. That's okay for you to do. You don't got to defend it.
Honestly, I was enjoying it.
Saying that a high schooler wants to take you down is doing something good for the youth, man. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. What do you mean you were trying to do something good for the youth? Like you doing a get ready with me? Like what good does that do? I don't, maybe I'm tripping. Let me know in the comment section, please.
I truly do apologize for how it may seem, but my slang and terminology is much different than yours. But none of the kids knew they were being recorded at any point. And I do apologize for this once again. I truly do, but I had no idea this was prohibited.
So explain to us what these kids, I need to get out of this school. These kids trying to take me down. What do you mean by that? This is why I don't like content like this, right? Because people can defend themselves, but they have no pushback when they do it. Oh, my terminology, you just don't understand. Okay, explain it to us. Because if people were doing that, then I would say okay, I would be comfortable with this type of content. Because at least they're bringing up a question and then defining that question for you.
Assure you that it would have not been posted. What I meant by short end of terminology, the kids were
okay, she did. My bad. You see that how I say it? My bad. She actually, let's see what she says.
Take me down were absolutely not what you guys took them as. Those kids were smaller than me, shorter than me, younger than me. They are shorties. They are young. That absolutely means nothing with flirting. My terminology is much different from you guys. So I said the kids were going to take me down, as in a phrase of the kids all together. That absolutely did not mean anything sexual. That is
okay.
Seek to even think of that. I am a content creator. I am known.
I think when you say damn shorty, I got to get out of this school. These kids going to take me down. When you put that whole phrase together, I think any rational person would be like, hey, yo, right? Now, what she said, she could have meant that. But I feel like there wasn't enough context to differentiate that from you saying, damn, shorty.
Kids knew me, they were supporters of mine. So I say take the kids were going to take me down. It means as the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support. I'm no different from them. I handle myself more than properly. I do have a fan base.
Hold up, what?
I do have support.
Okay, first she said it meant like the kids gonna take me down because the kids are like so much effort.
Did not mean anything sexual. That is sick to even think of that. I am a content creator. I am known. The kids knew me. They were supporters of mine. So I say take the kids were going to take me down. It means as the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support.
Why would they take you down if they knew you? That doesn't make sense. What, were they gonna like trample you? Who says my supporters are gonna take me down? Who says that? This be one of them points where like you just gotta tell people like, you know we're listening, right? Like we know what you said before, and this is the same clip. No
different from them. I handle myself more than properly. I do have a fan base. I do have supporters. I do have people that know me. Those kids already had knew me previously. It was several kids coming up to me trying to see, am I that person? That's what I meant by take me down, all hassling me at once is what I meant. Absolutely didn't mean anything sexual from kids. That is sick.
But nothing you said in that sentence would have been a context clue to say that. You said, damn shorty, I gotta get out of this school. These kids trying to take me down. Where is the context clues for them other two definitions you brought up? Because the damn shorty, I gotta get out of this school. Well, I gotta get out of this school could go for her. But like, once you add the damn shorty, I don't know.
Our kids, so they see me as somebody famous. They were all entouraging me at one time. That's what I meant.
And this is why I need her to, like, this is why I think people are very much a lot more critical of men, obviously, in these situations. So I need them to rephrase it. If a man said, damn girl, I need to get out of this school. They trying to take me down. I don't think anybody would be like, I don't think she would be like, it's a question. You feel me?
I find it sick that you guys would assume that I'd be saying that phrase in any other way.
I sort of understand what she's trying to say. I sort of do. And this isn't me siding with her or anything. It's just me being completely real. But at the same time, you got to step out of your shoes and look at it in another person's shoes.
Exactly.
Imagine a parent seeing a video of their child on TikTok. Damn, shorty, I better get up out of these schools before these kids try to take me down. Do you see how weird that sounds? It's not like people are just spinning your words just to spin them. It sounds weird. Even if those weren't your intentions, it's still a weird thing to say. Especially when you're just recording these high schools. Like, it's odd. The whole thing is odd. And also, the kids did not know you, dog. You are not that famous to the point where these kids knew you. I'm tired of these influencers swearing up and down that they're known when in reality, they're irrelevant. And I'm not saying this just to be like a dickhead or anything. Me personally, I don't see myself as famous or any of that BS, right? I'm a regular person. I make videos. Cool. But saying that you're famous and these kids, they all knew who you were is crazy because I promise you, they didn't know who you were. And if they did know who you were,
she would have
probably
reported
because
it.
You were telling them like, yeah, I make TikToks, blah, 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 trying to flex on them. And actually, if they did know you, you're talking about all these sexual things and you're saying that these kids are fans of you. Like, whichever way she tries to spin it, it's just not, it's not good.
Again, it was an additional voiceover. It was not recorded.
That was a good one.
On the videos, it was nothing saying. I was cheering the school on.
Honestly, that makes it even worse that it was an additional voiceover and this wasn't like a live thing. Because that means that you thought about what you said. You said it and you didn't think about, oh, could this be weird or anything like that? You just straight up said it. That just makes it even worse.
But now that I see with creating content, it's easy to misunderstand and misinterpret things because everyone is free to their own opinions. That doesn't mean just automatically mischaracterize me. I absolutely did not know. What I said in a voiceover was absolutely not meant how you guys took it. I just talk very differently. My slang is different. But I truly, sincerely to the bottom of my heart, I do apologize to all of the parents and students at Lake Cormont. I actually loved you guys at school. I would have loved to work there. Like, I want you guys to give me some grace. This is my first time subbing ever. You see, I'm a content creator. This is my first time subbing. I was trying something new, trying to get back
Why don't you go to work first, then see if you can record there? Like, I don't understand what people, if it's your job, you're going for a job. Imagine, bro, if she got hired as a paralegal, you bring in a phone to the courtroom, you're done. You're done. You're done. Go in there and see what the code of ethics, see how people are functioning in there before you just try to bring what you think should be allowed to this place.
Kids, which I would have loved to do. I enjoyed myself the time I was there, but I'm fired.
Okay, I absolutely hate how she keeps on bringing up how she's a content creator. And I hate that because you're a sub first. You're doing your job as a sub. You are a sub first. You're a teacher first. Your content does not come before the sub work. The sub work comes first. You keep on saying that you're a content creator. You're not a content creator. You're just a person who makes videos and is weird. Like, oh my gosh, man. If you're a true content creator, you would have said what you said, would have maybe thought about it and be like, oh, that's a little weird. People might take this out of context. Why not change up how I say this? But you're not a true content creator. But yeah, that was her whole first response. Overall, I understand where she's coming from. I understand it. But at the same time, I still think this whole thing is just weird. There's too many points where she messed up for people to just be like, oh, she's okay, she's fine. She also decided to drop a second response because I guess the first response wasn't good enough. And this is what she had to say.
I'm pretty sure by now y'all know my face. The substitute that got fired over TikTok. Before I do get started, I do once again want to apologize to the young ladies in the video and their parents. The consistent backlash is sick.
This is why people got to get off their phone, though. Because what people say through your phone, though it might have some merit, it's not real. What you perceive it, okay, I'm sorry. Some of the what they say might be real, but if you have a video and there's a hate train going, that don't mean the world hate you though. But you're going to, especially when it comes to that video, you're going to keep seeing more and more comments. So you're going to reopen the wound of the first person who said a negative thing about you, but they're really all just saying the same thing over and over and over and over. That don't make it more or less true. But once you address it, you said it. Just because you get a comment later doesn't invalidate what your first thing. So that's why I feel like people, when you're going through things, just put your phone down, you know?
A lot of people keep on saying, get her from around the kids, keep her from around the kids. Man, I'm actually a great person to have around your kids. You get what I'm saying? Great mentor. Head always been on straight. Never been a loose screw. You get what I'm saying? Do not let the tattoos fool you. I see how it may come across, but I'm not that freaky to be sitting up talking about kids like that. Like, genuinely, like, it's just sick. I'm not an over-sexualized person. Like, I don't even do that with adults. I'm not going to do that with kids and let alone put that on my platforms. If my intentions were sick like that, why would I broadcast it across my page when I know I'm a content creator? That really don't make sense to me.
Oh my gosh, she's pulling the content creator card again. I'm a content creator. No, I'm a content creator. I would never do anything like that. There's many weird content creators out there, man.
Yeah,
I also find it
true
funny
too.
where she says the reason she doesn't talk about kids like that is because she's not that freaky. It's just the way that she's saying it. It's like, oh yeah, I don't talk about kids like that because I'm not that freaky. Not because it's illegal or disgusting, right? But because she's not that freaky. Also, her saying I'm not an over-sexualized person is crazy because when you look at her other content, she's out here humping the air, showing off her strap print.
Like that is, bro, this is insane to me.
And talking about the plastic meat that she be given. Like, what do you mean that you're not over-sexualized? Just look at your other content and people can tell that you're a pretty sexual person.
It's like y'all think people don't make mistakes. I did not know, because why would I post it if I knew that I couldn't post kids? Regardless of the situation, my intent...
No, and that when she says not a loose screw, and she says that sentence she just said, why, bro?
Because
yo, I forgot what I was about
Know
to
that
say.
you're a pretty sexual person.
it's like y'all think people don't make mistakes. I did not know, because why would I post it if I knew?
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. The loose screw thing, the fact that you didn't even think about this while you're around kids, is why people don't want certain people around their kids. That's why in the suburbs, you will find communities of people who have families, right? Because they want to be around people who know what it's like to think about, what if somebody's kid is outside of our house? What if somebody's kid wants to jump over the gate to our house while we got a pool? And when I say outside, you know, like some people, you live in certain places, you walk outside and just do whatever. You blast music with certain words in it, certain topics. You may dress a certain way, walk into your mailbox, and people kind of gauge what community they want to live in based on how cognizant people are of the children that are around them. That's what they do. So to you, you might feel like you don't got a loose screw, but for them, the fact that you didn't even think about it, that's their problem. Like, you didn't even think this might be a problem. So
that I couldn't post kids. Regardless of the situation, my intentions were never bad.
Look, people make mistakes all the time. Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. Everyone in this world makes mistakes. But nobody makes this big of a mistake on their first day of a job.
Yeah. Every day is getting worse. Why are you guys constantly making this a thing if I've already got fired? I've already got fired.
And see, this is what she don't understand. Just because you've seen the video, just because you got the hate comments, just because you addressed it, don't mean the people who are just now commenting, this isn't their first interaction with it. That's why you got to put the phone down. Put it down. Go live your life. You got other things to do.
Why is it constantly being a thing? With the consistent backlash and posting, I have not only lost that job, but I've lost my main job as a DSP, direct support professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had that job for a year. My main job is down the drain. That is sick. I've lost not only one job, but 2 jobs to this situation when I clearly only made a mistake. I posted it and I'm a content creator. Why would I do that if that was my intentions?
Oh my gosh. Stop bringing up that you're a content creator, man. That's not going to help anything. No, I'm a content creator. No. Shut up. She brings up that she's a content creator one more time. Yo, I'm about to crash out, dude.
My face is everywhere on every single site. I'm on YouTube. Like, why am I on YouTube? Why are you guys reposting me on YouTube?
My fault, Unc T. My fault, Unc T. Yo.
Nah, boy.
Wait, boy.
That's crazy. Unc T is crazy. I have never heard that before. Ain't that like, wouldn't that be like some type of phobic? It gotta be, bro. Because if you call somebody we ain't listen, I ain't saying that, brother.
You don't gotta diss me like that. Yeah, you're on YouTube. I'm reposting you on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking crazy right now, but my fault. Dang, just at me next time.
I hope you guys find real predators out there, honestly, because it's not me. Like, genuinely, like, no matter how you put it, you ain't gonna find that on my name in that such a way, man. I'm such a great person. If y'all was to meet me for an hour, man, y'all say, man, she ain't nothing like that. And it's just me being honest. Like, I'm just not that type of person, regardless of what type of content I put out there, because I know y'all gonna try to say something.
I will say, at the end of the day, I don't think she's what the video made her seem like, but that's why you have to be cognizant of the perception that you put out there, especially like if you're a teacher. Now, if you made a totally different TikTok where you were going to post your sub journey, your substitute teacher journey, that would have been fine, right? 2, if her first job was a DSP, direct support professional, if it was a DSP, does she got videos of her doing that job? Her main job, does she got videos doing that one? That's what I would be interested in seeing. And yeah, if you separated the two, I don't think it would have caught. Well, first of all, what you said still would have been crazy to people. But it's just what they went on your page to see, to validate what you were. That's what got them. All right?
About my content.
That's me when I explain that I'm not the imposter to my homies when I'm playing Among Us. I just say all this jibber jabber, you know, and they'll be like, man, like,
Cameron be on Among Us? Yo, invite me, man. Listen, I'll run the lobby, no cap.
like if you really knew me and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd never kill anyone in Among Us, you know? I'm a crewmate. Like I'm not.
And I apologize to them kids and the parents. But I guess it's just a sign, man. I need to just focus on the gifts God gave me. You get what I'm saying? Like, they were just a stepping stone. I wasn't supposed to be a substitute teacher, and I'm going to take that for what it is. I have 1,000 gifts, man.
Actions have consequences. Think before you post. Also, not everything needs to be content. Did you, being a substitute teacher, really need to be content? No, it didn't have to. Keep it silent. Just do it on the low. You don't have to tell everyone your every move on social media. I think the thing is, anything can be content, to be fair, but I just don't believe that everything needs to be content. People need to drill that in their brains, dude. It's your first day. Soak it in, man. You're over here trying to vlog and make a little video when it's like, dude, just do your job. What's funny is that if she wasn't putting content over her job, she probably still would have been at this school, funny enough.
I did start a
That's
GoFundMe,
a
but I
fact.
really didn't want to start a GoFundMe because I really don't want the free money. So I would just, man, if you would like to help, because I have lost everything, man, I got a link. I have my clothing brand, man. If you can just buy anything out of hand make all my merch.
And also she was talking about how she started a GoFundMe. Let's peep this GoFundMe, man. Yo, how much money did she raise? $930? Support me in overcoming hardship.
I mean, but you gotta think though.
Raise $900.
Her goal is only $1,200. That's like a month's worth of like bills. Like if she had like rent, she seemed to have a decent car. The goal being 1.12, that's not like egregious. That's like, yo, I made a mistake. I'll be back on my feet in 2-3 weeks. I can't really be mad at the goal. That sounds like a very reasonable, even though you made a mistake, right? You acknowledge you made a mistake. You're asking for help, which is you got to humble yourself to ask for help. 1.2K goal is not crazy.
$130? Support me in overcoming hardship? I'd understand if she started a GoFundMe if she was fired for a completely different issue. Let's just say she was fired because she was black and the school was racist, whatever, something like that.
Nah, then the goal would have been 300,000. All right, that's what she would have put the goal at.
I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. You know, I could support that. But you got fired for something completely different. This isn't just overcoming hardships. Like, you created these hardships for yourself, not the school. Take your job seriously and don't be weird. And this may not have happened. But I think the funniest thing out of this whole like substitute.
That's why I disagree with him. Like, listen, you made a mistake. You're now feeling the repercussions of your actions. It's okay to ask for help after that. I don't see no problem with it. Even if you created the circumstances, it's okay for you to ask for help.
Situation. People are making AI Pixar trailers. And let me just say, these are the craziest things I have ever seen.
These kids, y'all. Damn, shorty. These students trying to take me down. Why did I get fired?
Studstitute coming this fall, only in theaters.
This stuff's
Yo, y'all. Listen, it's a hot place waiting for y'all, man. It's a hot place waiting for y'all.
dude is crazy. That is crazy, man. But yeah, all that being said, my final thoughts on this whole substitute situation. I think she got what she deserved 100%. Not even 100%, 1,000%. You just got to be smarter with stuff like this. Not everything needs to be content. You made some crazy mistakes. These aren't just some mistakes that can be fixed easily. It's like you posted these kids, you said, damn, shorty, you're kicking your feet up on the table. All this stuff is just super unprofessional. And I think when it comes to substitutes, schools should be more strict on who they hire. I don't know what the whole process is, but if she could become a sub, anyone can. I could probably.
Well, Cameron, see, this is the other part. If you're going to be one of them people who's like, yo, substitute teaching, Cameron, if all you do is YouTube, go ahead, pick up some sub days. You know what I'm saying? You got a school that need help around you. All right. Everybody don't got to donate money to the school. You know what I'm saying? They don't got to go to the PTA meeting. You could go sub at the school. You know what I'm saying?
Become a sub. But yeah, I think she got what she deserved 1,000%. Take things like this more serious, man. And I've never taught in my life, but I just know that you can't record students as a teacher. Yeah, but yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. This is gonna wrap up the video. If you guys made this far, I appreciate you. Twitch Cameron TV.
I don't think you should record other people's kids without asking them, right? I think that's like the bare minimum. Now you're outside and you're a vlogger and somebody happened to walk through the background. That's not recording them, right? But like pointing the camera for the intention of recording this kid, like people just gotta ask themselves regular things.
AK, Instagram Cameron TV, AK.
All right, man, listen, this was a banger. I ain't gonna lie. They got Shorty out of here. She got cooked. She got cooked. I hope she, do better. I hope she got people around her that can explain to her. Like, I think people always try to when they talk to somebody, they try to justify it from the person they know's standpoint. Girl, it wasn't even that serious. You didn't say, which is cool. But you also got to take things from other people's perspective because that's why they fired you. They didn't fire you from the perspective you had. They fired you from the perspective they had. So sometimes you got to ask people. So from their perspective, if some lady walked in, people couldn't even tell if she was a teacher or not. Pulled out a camera, started recording people, posted on her social media, said this thing with the close up on one of the girls. Even though she could have meant what you said, you don't really hear the parts that make your definition sound like the plausible one, wouldn't you be kind of, you know, and you got to ask yourself in that way. You know what I'm saying? But listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Until next time I see y'all, peace.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.